Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And today, I am doing a brand new series. It is called Wizard101. Uh, wait, hang on. The brand new series is called Wizard101 Nostalgia Tour. Nostalgia Tour, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, first area, Column Court. It's an area where, starting here, like, very beginning, tutorial area, it's self-explanatory, kind of. It's where you get your first spell deck, your first one, and all that. Made many updates over the years for it. Beautiful area. Like, very beautiful. Next area, the Commons. Minigame Fairground. Green Star having, well, used to just have shields of 6 out of 7 schools. Now, she also gives the weaknesses. Yay! School weaknesses. We love it. And here we have over here the classic hat, robe, and boots. Really great. Really great. We love it. We love it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Of course, the headmaster's house. Not gonna go in there yet. More obviously, Prospector Zeke, Louise. Many updates in this game. But basically, this is mostly gonna be just a few part series where I'm gonna be doing arc 1 only unless you want the other arcs. Let me know down below. Here we have Unicorn Way. And of course, with the original ones, we had Scepter of the Lost Lore, Wand of Effervescence, Frosted Wand, Scepter of Ignition, Wand of Equivalence, and Baton of the Clouds. That was the original wands that we used to use back then. Now it's the Reaper Rod. That's the only one we use, and it gives accuracy. It made Wizard City easier. I don't know why. But anyway, Lady Blackhope's Towers over there, which is really great. Used to be part of the main quest, no longer. Witches was still a main quest. Because if it was still a main quest, then oh my goodness, I would have loved Wizard City a whole lot more than I do now. Which I used to love Wizard City. It used to be my favorite world in Arc 1, honestly. Um, and around here, we actually had the Fairy Queen, which she was a rank 2 life boss, which first, technically first boss you see in the game, which now no longer, she's out of the game for good, which kind of sad, really, to say the least. Edge Maze, we have Lady Oriole in here. Yes, I have to redo the recording because my laptop crashed. So yeah, that footage is just lost now. kind of sucks now. But, and these are just going to be street. And yes, I will be including Aquila as well with Arc 1, even though the other two are part of Arc 2. Like the other two dungeons are, and you gain access to in the second arc. Well, I'm going to be counting all of Aquila. Um, Bones, his tower, right there. I mean, Bones is alright. Like, he's an alright first boss of a world. Not, not really that, he's pretty pathetic, if you ask me. I mean, I could probably beat him with no gear, no stats, no nothing. Just spells alone. I could easily kill him like that, like, easily. Now, compared to back then, where I need to wear this gear, because I don't know if he uses these kind of spells. It's all crazy, if you ask me. Next up is the library. And hopefully my laptop doesn't crash again for this when I try to enter. I'm gonna be irritated. Oh, perfect. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Yep, there we go. Yeah, there's Harold. Come on, Harold. And you could technically get your first blade spell. Well, wait. Why are the other six schools 1,000, but the balance blade is 2,000? What? That makes no sense. Wait a minute. They have what? Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh boy. This is actually crazy. Wait. Yeah, Hephaestus. Love it. Um, no shadow spells. Obviously, astral spells. Love it. But I'm not here to look at that. No. Kidding me? I gotta continue on my Wizard tour. Or part of the nostalgia trip. Really? No. Nostal. No, wait a minute. Why should it be called nostalgia trip? Wait. Yeah, it is called nostalgia trip. Never mind. Did, uh, Janelle, if you're watching this, hello. You're on YouTube now. Neat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Shopping district. Where do I begin with here? Um. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Is that? I didn't realize that until now that that's part of Bartleby's roots. That's one of Bartleby's roots. Oh, there's another one. Like, what the heck? Crazy. Well, yeah, you can buy pets, you can dye your gear, such. There's Colossus Boulevard. I'm not gonna go there yet until after other areas are complete with the tours, or with their respective areas. Old Town. Anyway, Sergeant Muldoon used to give the quest to fight Lady Blackcoat way back when. Which I wish that in classic mode, it wasn't just the graphics, it was also the quest line too. Because that way, if people want to have their actual nostalgia trip, and if they want to make a video about it, they could. So, KI, if you're watching, can you implement that, please? Because I really want to be able to make a remake with this game, but with the actual nostalgia trip. Like, or at least, like, have, like, something cool that a lot of players would like. So the first area would be, actually, let's go to the free-to-play area first. Triton Avenue. The the only street out of all three streets that doesn't have a paywall. Yeah, you give Triton Avenue no pay, you don't give Triton Avenue a paywall, but you give Firecat Alley and Cyclops Lane a paywall. Which I like to consider Triton Avenue like as Earth, like as a land, basically, because it is technically. But there's the Kraken. We love it. We love the Kraken, don't we? And no, I am not going to be using the teleporters. Because no, it's not going to be nostalgic if I use it. So no teleporters. Not unless an area already had it automatically. Like Autumn already had it before the update. With the storyline and the addition of teleporters. That's the only time I'm going to be using them. Which means in Marleybone, look out for that in another week or two. Or I don't know, depending on if I decide to record that episode soon. Um, yeah, um, yeah, Galvanus Tower, which a Harvest Lord, I think. Yeah, a Harvest Lord's in here. Okay, yeah, I just had a bit of a brain fart. For a minute. Yeah, I really need I might need a new microphone. I don't know. Haunted Cave is next. Since we're here already. Yay! One of the final areas to go in the game. Well, not in Wizard City. Not the game. Silly me. My fault that I forget. What? Anyway, why does that tree look like Mortis? I can definitely see Mortis being in this area, just speaking to us. Like, it's creepy. But, wait, who's in here? I forgot who was in here. Yes, there are. Yes, are some things I forget, obviously. So if I can't remember which bosses, okay, Lord Nightshade's in here. Okay, yeah, Lord Nightshade. Time to teleport back to the commons and go back because I'm not gonna walk all the way. Well, either way, I'm gonna be walking all the way to Old Town again anyway. Okay, that's actually a pretty decent hat at 150. The best robe, level 100 plus. Gets you all the way for an extra 60 levels. Alright, that's pretty good. No, no, why? The main cast, really good. Actually, that's actually good staff, actually. Eh, iffy. Eh, that's pretty good. Basically, overall, that gear's alright. I mean, it'll last. I mean, it'll suffice, but it's not too good. It's not too bad. It's decent. But who am I to judge? I mean, come on now. I only have half, almost, yeah, I have half of the Reaver gear. Wait, one, two, three, four, five, six. Wait, one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, six. I just need the boots and the wand with my Reaver gear. That's basically it as a max level. But next would be Cyclops Lane. Myth. Myth is one of the best schools in the game to solo and teams. I am not kidding. Myth is just so good. But yeah, actually. So yeah, over here, obviously the trolls get the like. Uh, actually, that's a pretty nice stitch. Wait, what kind of stitch is that? Cape key and cape from boots. That? Ooh, that's actually a good pet. Nice. Whoa, whoa, too close there, buddy. Um, okay, that's pretty good one. That thing, really good. That, okay, that's all right. Pretty good ring. Actually, that's a really good ring. The deck is actually it's kind of all right. Ooh, PvP kind of Storm Shark, basically. That's actually really. Ooh, ooh, that's actually really good. Okay, Mark, if you're watching this, you got really good stats. I applaud you. I really do. I well, I can't remember if like the stone like these teleports were actually here before or wait, no. Not that I remember. No, they were not. As I said before, I'm not going to use them unless they were already there before, like when the game came out, like a year or two. Yeah, a year or two after the game came out. Because I played in the early 2010s. As a 22-year-old man playing this game, um, I have enjoyment with it. Like I enjoy it a lot. And I think Dark Cave is also part of Firecat Alley too. So I am tempted to teleporter, but I'm not going to because last I remembered, back when this game was still new, relatively new, it never had the teleporters. So you gotta walk all the way from Achilles Tower all the way to Festival Park. Ice Maximus. I can't remember if he was a main boss or not. Oh my gosh. Wait, no, no, never mind. Never mind, he's still a side boss, but why does he show? But I don't know. It's weird. You got this, Harvey. Yeah. Um, yeah, I remember before Electra, Derek, and Rosie were in Bubbles, they were at Achilles Tower. Yeah, General Achilles. Hold on, let me check the map. So for Firecat Alley is also Dark Cave. Okay. We'll explore the Dark Cave in Firecat Alley. Might as well. Because, yes. Also, in case I get into a fight, I should probably put in my 4-pip AoE. Nah, it's fine. 7-pip go burr. Time for Firecat Alley, my favorite area. Until the changes happen. When the changes happen, I hated it. I hate every minute of it. Okay, I can't say I hate it. I heavily dislike. There were never there were no teleports over here either. So yeah, the haunted minions. Wait, weren't they weren't they um part of, yeah, no, they've always been part of the main quest, never mind. Private Quinn. Jeez, you look a bit beat up, dude. We should get you healed up. And that char. Oh wait, Wormguts Tower, not gonna go there. And my one of the homes I remember entering as a kid was Greta Darkkettle's home. Greta Darkkettle used to be like right here until she like spoilers if you're new player. If you're new players, skip to like about 2 to 4 minutes. Basically, Greta Darkkettle used she was secretly part of the Cabal. If you don't know who the Cabal is, then basically they used to be part of the Arcanum until they had different ideals and they left the Arcanum, and now the Arcanum considers them as evil for abandoning the ways of the Arcanum. Anyway, spoilers are over. But honestly, though, Firecat Alley, though, it's like the molten lava. Like normally, if you get like real close to it, you start to feel a little whack. Yeah, Falmea's house. I don't know. Yeah, Falmea actually lives on Firecat Alley, which we love. Also, I do. I forgot to enter Ravenwood. Whoops. You know what? I'm gonna go to the arcade first. But while I do, here's a question of the day. What is your favorite Arc 1 world? Let me know down below. Because my favorite is going to be featured sooner or later. You'll never know until I say. You know what? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My favorite world in Arc 1 is Mushu. That's all I gotta say. Because who doesn't like Mushu? Who doesn't like bamboo and ninjas, samurai, Asian culture? Please don't cancel me for that, please. But anyway, where is Monster's house actually? I don't know where Monster's house is actually. Oh, there it is. It's like right near the entrance to Cyclops Lane. Yeah, can't even go in again. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just realized that single eye is basically for Cyrus Drake. Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, didn't realize. But yeah, there were different quests around there in the Dark Cave. Which, yeah. Anyway, moving on to Ravenwood. Back when I first played, after you talked to Mr. Lincoln, the seven teachers were not like around here. Like they were not like standing right here. You actually had to go around and speak to them individually to learn exactly what they taught. So you can get a grasp of like, oh, if I do I want to dual school this or do I want to dual school that? But back then, dual schooling wasn't really beneficial until after the Arc Mastery amulets became a thing. But now that Arc Mastery pips are out, well, the amulets are basically useless. Anyway, it is time for the second to last area of this episode of Wizard101 Nostalgia Trip. I'm kind of tempted to add Darkmoor into this part. Wait, wait, ah, crud. You know what? I'll just talk about Nightside, basically, for a minute. Basically, Nightside is, spooky. Very spooky. Yeah, love it. Now then, let's go to Aquila. Um, uh, my bad for missing Aquila. Actually, after Aquila, I'm just gonna head to Darkmoor and count that as part of Wizard City because it technically is part of Wizard City. It's not its separate world yet. By the time, like, most likely by the time in a feature episode of Nostalgia Week, well, a Nostalgia Trip is out, most likely, um, Darkmoor would be a, its own unique world instead of just a dungeon type area to farm for the dark for the gear. Um, I just had to clear that out of the way first. And yes, these are completely unedited and uncut. So if it's like an hour long, like if it's an hour, hour and a half long nostalgia, that's why. Now there's Aquila, Mount Olympus, best dungeon for level 30, obviously, for Sky Iron and Zeus gear. Useful, very useful. The most useful gear you can get at level 30. Atlania and Tartarus, I don't really tend to farm the gear, but if any of you guys who play this game actually farm those two dungeons and actually got the like and you know more about those gear sets, let me know down below about which kind of set out of those in those two dungeons are better to get and what that gear is called because who knows, I might try to farm for that eventually, or I'll do my research on that and tell a friend about it who's hasn't been on how hasn't been on the channel in a while because we haven't been questing together ever since the console came out. Wizard for console came out, which I'm not gonna take no part in whatsoever. I'm sorry, but I am not going to. I don't I don't want to participate in that. I don't feel ready to participate in it until I'm fully done with my with my laptop accounts. Well, my laptop account, my main account for it anyway. Next is Darkmoor. Yay! Another very spooky area. Even though it's not Halloween, so I'm gonna mention this. Yeah, over yeah, the gateway to the graveyard. You can actually see that it is the graveyard. Yeah, and yeah, in the hallway. Yeah, they actually show exactly where you're gonna be going, which is actually nice. Nice touch to it. Now that last, but most definitely not least area to go to is one of my favorite areas in Wizard City. That being Colossus Boulevard. And the reason why I mentioned Colossus Boulevard to begin with is because it has a title, like one of the name part of the name is part of is in a game title that I am highly familiar with. And if you don't know it, it's Shadow of the Colossus, 100% Shadow of the Colossus. Wait, I think no, wait, I can't remember if Colossus Boulevard had teleporters. I can't remember. Why can't I remember? If I remembered, I would know. But I'm just gonna say it wasn't. They weren't there before when the game was new. There's Mindy. pixie crown, which the basic ice stitch. Well, a basic ice stitch. Well, in this house, you can get reshuffle. Really useful. Get it as soon, and I mean as soon as you can. Trust me, it'll help you out in the long run, especially when you're fighting bosses, like mobs and bosses. If you don't kill them first attempt, reshuffle. Boom. They are absolute gone. The most gone they've ever been. Yes. Why do I sound like Frieza? Why? Just why? Brisk Breeze Tower? Never do it. Don't do Brisk Breeze. It's all full of cheats. Unless you look up the cheats and you have a full team that can counter the cheats, just make sure you tell them the cheats first ahead of time, because if you don't and they just run in, they just do whatever, and they cost you the duel. It's like, yeah, that's not good. He'll just perch. I I like to think that like the Colossus statues or the Colossi statues, right, are like part of the original design for the Colossus spell, or at least the concept art, which I like to believe. That's my headcanon with that. But yeah, in that here in the tower, you can get the Gobbler King. But anyway, that does it for the first episode of Wizard 101 Nostalgia Trip. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and or subscribe, and click that bell notification for when I upload a new video almost every single week. I hope you're all having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, and or night, wherever you are in this beautiful world. And as always, I have been your host, Gabe the Gamer, of Epic Proportions, signing out. Bye, everyone!